Hey, Ben.
Hey, Dan. Appreciate what you do for us, and got a
Thank you.
refinancing question on a house.
Okay.
We've only been in our house about 3 years, and the rate on it's like 5.125, and we got about 140,000 on the loan. And I was wanting to find out if you thought it was worth refinancing now, and maybe give me an idea of who to go with.
Well, I think it's probably, I mean, you're a little, so the rule of thumb is, if it's 1% lower than what you have now, then it's probably, a pretty good idea to do it. You're not quite that, but I would say this. If you refi now for 20 years, instead of refining for another 30. Because what I don't like to see, Ben, is I don't like to see people losing the time that they've put in. So in other words, if this is a house that you're going to be in, that you're going to make a home and you think you're going to be in for the rest of your life, I don't want you to lose the 3 years that you've already paid in to the mortgage. And I say 20 years because you're not likely to be able to find somebody that's going to give you a 25-year mortgage, but you will find a 20. And the 20 interest rate is going to be below 4. So I think that if you can swing, and the downside to that is, so you're going to 20 years, so you're reducing your time. You're going to below 4, and there may not be as much savings per month that you would have if you refinance to a 30. It may be just a little bit less than what you're paying now. So you may not be picking up any additional cash flow or very little, but it still would be a great thing to do if you can do it. So, and where to refinance, the first place you need to look is you need to go to the current mortgage holder that you have now. They probably won't do it because they're going to hope that you can't do it or can't find a place to do it, and they get to keep a 5.1% mortgage, which is what they want to do. So they're not going to do it unless it's an unusual situation. But I would ask anyway, because they're likely, if they do it, they can do it with very little fees, if any. Secondly, I would go to your small community bank. Maybe you have a community bank there in Alabama where you do your checking and stuff like that. I would go to them. Believe it or not, some of the best deals on a mortgage are going to be at a community bank. So don't get caught up in thinking bigger is better. Like I'll go to one of the big mortgage lenders like the Wells Fargos of the world or something like that. That is usually not true. So go to, or if you're a part of a credit union, go to a credit union. And you'll find that you'll get much better rates than a big, and when I say rates, I don't mean interest rates. I mean settlement charges, because you don't want to have to refinance or finance in your settlement cost. So go to the smallest banks you can and shop settlement costs, shop fees as much as interest rates. And I think that's important. So I think it's worth looking into. And if you can do it for 20 years, I would look into that and do it. And maybe you'll even find somebody that'll do 25 years, but I doubt it. I don't want you to lose any time. All right?
Dan, I appreciate it, man. That sounds great.
Thanks, Ben. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it.